Hi folks, if you've seen some of my previous videos, you know that I like to just walk through these worksheets with you. You might be disappointed, but I'm not going to show you every answer on this one, but I will give you some helpful tips. So let's go ahead and get your name up here on top, and then we're going to move forward. Okay, so the biggest mistake that some people will have on number one is that x equals a number is a vertical line. Alright? On the next one, if it says the line y equals x, the line y equals x is not the x-axis. Y equals x goes through the following points. It goes through 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, and so forth. Also the negative numbers. Okay, so if you plot all these points, you'll see that it is a diagonal line. Alright? So that one should help, or that should help you reflect this point. Also remember that when you're reflecting across y equals x, if you're a rule memorizer, then this rule should help you. So basically all you do is switch the x and y values. Pause the video, finish that problem before moving forward. If you're going to rotate 180 degrees, it doesn't matter if it's counterclockwise or not. But this one, it does say counterclockwise. But 180 degree rotation, maybe this is a good spot to just write a rule. So if I have x, comma y, and it's 90 degrees counterclockwise, then that, remember the video where I put my left hand up because I'm going counterclockwise. So then I'm going to switch, and then I negate this one, and I keep this one the same. Alright, I don't want to write a plus sign because it's not like always positive or anything, but just don't change this one. Only change the symbol of the first one. And that's after you switch it. So you're going to keep this one, okay? So you're number one. Actually, let's make a happy face now. Well, it's not so happy, is it? He's unsure about some things. So anyways, so let's do that. Let's switch x and y. Boom. It becomes yx. And then I'm going to change the sign. We're going to do that again, but we need to start off with negative yx. And we're going to do a 90 degree counterclockwise rotation. Now why would I do it twice? Well, the reason I'm going to do it twice is because I need to go to 180 degrees, and I know that 90 plus 90 is 180. So I'm going to switch these guys. If I switch these guys, then that means that x would come first and y would come next, or I'm sorry, it's negative y, isn't it? So I took this and I switched it, but now I need to change the symbol of the one that's in front. Okay, so in the end, a 180 degree rotation looks like this, the rule for 180 degrees. And this is kind of an easier one to memorize. That's why I have it memorized, actually. So all you do is change the symbols of each point. Okay, so rotating 90 degrees clockwise. Well, I'm going to tell you something. 90 degrees clockwise is not what I've memorized. I've only memorized 90 degrees counterclockwise. So one option is to do this 3 times. Well, we've already done the first 2 up there, so I'm just going to copy that below. Copy that on this line so that it'll be more accessible. So just copy the top two lines there. That's my 90 degrees counterclockwise. There's my second 90 degrees counterclockwise. And now I just need to do it a third time. Negative x, negative y, 90 degrees counterclockwise. All right, so let's do that. I'm going to take these 2 points with my left hand, and then I'm going to come over here and turn it around. So that'll be negative y, negative x. But you see, I need to negate that one. Well, it's already negative. So if I throw a negative in front of another negative, it becomes positive. So this is going to become positive yx. So basically, I'm going to take whatever point I have, and in order to do a 270 degree counterclockwise rotation, it's going to become positive y, negative x. Okay? Now, there's probably a better way to do that instead of memorizing rules. Maybe you just move it this way. Wherever 3, negative 2 is, maybe you're going to be rotating it, right? So if it starts off in the 4th quadrant, you go to the 3rd quadrant, and then you can do on the axis, off the axis, if you remember that, those videos with that information in there. But this rule also works. Now, you might be asking, wait a second, why do you go 270 counterclockwise versus 90 clockwise? It's because those are the same things. Okay? For translations, you just need to know that if you are adding a number, to the x or the y, this will say move right, move left, and this will say move up, move down. Okay? So if you're looking at this point, it should be clear that we're going to be moving right and down. So plot the initial point and then move that point. Oh, all right, 5 more questions. So if we're going to be rotating 270 degrees counterclockwise, I feel like I've already given you enough information to do that. If you reflect across the x-axis, just a reminder that that is the line y equals 0. And it is a horizontal line. Okay? So you're wanting to figure out what the pre-image is. So you would plot this, maybe plot it down here, and then flip it across the line y equals 0. Ooh, y equals negative x. Well, I haven't looked a ton at that, but let's see if we can figure that out. If y equals x, if that rule is just to switch them, then y equals negative x would be to, well, let's think about the table. All right, so plug in x values and y value. Let's see, plug in 1 for, let's say 0 for x, and you would get 0 for y. But if you plugged in 1 for x, then you would get y equals negative 1. So negative 1, and then 2, negative 2, and so forth. So the points that this one goes through is 0, 0, 1, negative 1, 2, negative 2, 3, negative 3. So plot those points, make that line, and then reflect 4, negative 5 over that. And I want you to think about what the rule is. All right, think about what the rule is and create your own rule there. So it's going to be x comma y turns into, and I want you to figure out what those points do. All right. So left 3, up 1, this is just a translation, and reflect on the y-axis. Remember, the y-axis is the vertical line, and this vertical line has the equation x equals 0. All right, and that's all for today's video. I hope you are able to take these hints and put them into work and do extremely well on the transformations review. Don't forget to submit your assignments. Take care.